5. The Atlas Vampire. Here we cross over into horror in Stockholm, Sweden, 1932. This was a real murder, to this day still unsolved, concerning a Swedish prostitute by the name of Lily Lindström. She was 32 when she died. What happened was horrible. Lily's body was found several days after her death in her apartment. She was naked, face down. Her skull crushed by repeated blows. Most, if not all of her blood had been drained, and saliva traces were found at her neck. Beside her was a blood-stained ladle. The killer had used it to drink her blood. 4. The Black Dahlia. It's around 10 a.m., January 15, 1947. Los Angeles housewife Betty Bersinger is out walking her daughter across a vacant lot. It's a beautiful, clear, bright day in Leimert Park. They come across what Betty first believes is the top half of a discarded store mannequin, and then rapidly realizes it isn't when she notices the other half neatly arranged nearby. This was how the naked body of 22-year-old waitress Elizabeth Short, soon to be labeled the Black Dahlia by the press, was discovered. In 2 neatly arranged parts, entirely exsanguinated of every last drop of blood. The case has never been solved. 3. The case of Peter Blagojevich. Until he was staked through the heart, Peter Blagojevich had been nothing more than just the unassuming corpse of a Serbian peasant, until the rest of the inhabitants of the village in which he died, Kisilova, in 1725, got it into their heads he was a vampire, responsible for 9 other subsequent deaths within just over a week of his own. They dug him up and summarily redispatched him in the presence of the local sheriff and priest. The point is, upon exhumation, what these superstitious and terrified people found was something that absolutely conformed with vampire description from folklore. Instead of a pallid, stiff, decaying cadaver, what lay within his coffin appeared the body of a man in comfortable repose, as if asleep. His limbs supple, complexion flushed as if in good health, mouth full of what appeared to be fresh blood, his lips stained with it. And when they staked him, to their horror, fresh blood erupted from the corpse. 2. Kiss serial killer. Bela Kiss was born in Hungary in 1877 and never apprehended. Nobody knows when he died or where. He was responsible for the deaths of at least 24 women that police know about. Rather like the English serial killer John George Hay, the so-called acid bath murderer, Kiss spent most of his time corresponding with women, defrauding them. And, if unfortunate enough to come within striking distance to inquire about their money, Kiss would garrote them and pickle their corpses inside gasoline drums he purchased with their own finances, specifically for the occasion. Who says the age of chivalry is dead? Unlike Hay, though, Kiss took pains to preserve the corpses, and of those the police found, each had puncture marks on their necks, their bodies completely drained of blood. 1. Albert Fish. I'm not going to describe here what serial child murderer Albert Fish did. He was a cannibal, amongst other things. One of the names they called him was the Brooklyn Vampire. Another? The Boogeyman. Neither simply lurid media descriptions. Albert Fish genuinely qualified as both. It's grim reading, but serves to illustrate the point. When we believe in monsters, we make monsters real. Because sometimes, horribly far too often, the monsters are actually us. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please let me know by clicking the like button.